Welcome to another edition of the ISB show. I'm your host, Sahil, here with Ishana. We said we would cover all the U.S. women's national team matches this round of the international break, Ishana, and we have to do that today again because, man, oh man, was it a good performance by a certain Naomi Girma. What are your thoughts as a whole about the match?
This was definitely the easiest game for us in within the scope of the three, and I think we got the opportunity to. First of all, I am so happy that Emma held up her side of what she said she would do, which is we got to see everybody play. Some people we've never seen play. We got to see Hirschfeld play again, Gatino, Ashley Sanchez, like I had requested, Mace. I mean, lots of people. And Miss Girma, look, it was only a matter of time because she has been playing her up top. If you've noticed, they've been pivoting a lot, and it was only a matter of time. We're waiting for her to get that international goal. It almost seems like it was set up. I will say the first goal, right place, right time. The second goal, however, was an awesome header, perfectly placed. She can do no wrong. I'm going to say one thing. I do think that Argentina just deserves so much better with regards to their federation. And they were obviously outplayed, but I mean, come on. I think Julie Foudy quoted in the game that they make 12% of what the men make. And this is a huge soccer nation with the potential to be so good. And, I hope at least this friendly will maybe galvanize some attention towards that.
Yeah. Of course, the world champion team on the men's side, and it's only fair that the women get at least some percentage of that in terms of just a weight of the program. But yeah, like you mentioned, I think it's what a game for Naomi Girma, and she almost had three. Quite frankly, the third one, or the second one, I should say, which turned out to be an own goal, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was her initial flick on that led to that. So what a match. And finally, Naomi Girma scores. It's crazy to believe that this is the first time Naomi Girma has actually scored for the national team. And then she does it not once, she does it twice. So I think it's only deserving that Naomi Girma gives us the praise because she's been an unsung hero, or I should say not unsung, but one of the heroes as a defender. You don't necessarily get the limelight that maybe Trin does or Sophia Smith.
Right. And
or Mallory Swanson, but she does this time finally get some goals.
And left on the Ballon d'Or list, which was, not okay in my book. And yeah, she's excellent. She is the best defender in the world, in my opinion. And I'm just happy to see her. It's always exciting when a defender scores in general, but when Naomi Girma scores, it feels even cooler.
Yeah, so congratulations to Naomi Girma. She finally gets it. So, okay, let's extrapolate out from this match into the wider context of the international break. We'll talk about who impressed in this match as well. I think that's important. But overall, Ishana, which players stood out? You can start with this match and extrapolate out, but I think that's what we want to talk about.
Okay, so in this match in particular, I was a little surprised. I was very pleasantly surprised with Ashley Sanchez. And she is a player who's very interesting. As I said before, she did not get any playing time in the last World Cup. And I'm sure that was, a huge blow to her. And then she got traded and she's now at Courage, but she's doing so much better. And it really surprised me. I mean, she had really fancy footwork. She was making great assists. I just was not expecting that from her. And she played the full 90 minutes. And I think she really has some potential. And this is what I also love just about the U.S. women's national team is there is such a pool of talent. There is this possibility that you can disappear and then gain relevance again. And I think that's just such a nice, cool thing in life. I mean, it's encouraging for someone even like me who doesn't even play professional soccer. So yeah. In this particular match, I was impressed with her. Obviously, we got the stalwarts like Girma. I thought it was very interesting that we got to see some new goalkeeping throughout the tournament, including what would, I guess, technically be the fourth string goalie here today.
Yeah.
Yeah, in terms of who impressed me, I would say Alyssa Thompson.
Yep.
I think, again, if we're talking about people who don't get enough praise, Foxy for me, I might be biased. She's one of my faves, but I just don't think she's talked about enough. She's incredibly skilled and so consistent. Always impresses me. And let's see who else.
So do we think Sears is she going to get more of a look in based on her performances in these two matches?
I think so for sure. The interesting thing about Sears is she almost feels she has so much speed, but she looks so casual on the ball. It's a bit misleading. Like even today, you kind of, it's interesting that her style of playing is so relaxed. But yeah, she's definitely a big contender. I think Sonnet also impressed me in this tournament. It was also just cool to see all these players get their caps.
I love how you're calling it tournaments, even though it was just three
Yeah.
friendlies. But it seems like a tournament, right? Because it's so many matches that are together, right? So
yeah, I mean, sure. And the thing about this international break, as we should say, is yeah, obviously the next one is going to be far more competitive.
yeah.
But yeah, and you know what? I was impressed with also Iceland as a team. I should say that as well. And I was impressed with Hirschfeld's aggressiveness, I will say. She's extremely aggressive, and that is something that I was not expecting. I can tell you who I was a little disappointed with as well.
Yes. Who are you a little disappointed with?
Okay, as much as Jaden Shaw had that killer goal in the first game, I honestly thought tonight she was just really, really bad. I mean, this is probably one of the worst performances I've seen of her, just giving the ball away and just unable to control it. Again, obviously she's coming off this injury, and it's unfortunate because I really, really, really want her to shine. I also thought Corbin Albert was a little quiet. Yeah. I thought today she was starting to kind of get that fire that she used to have, but I think she needs to build her confidence up a little bit.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I'd say, Corbin Albert probably had a little bit of a subpar break, but credit to the players you mentioned, Alyssa Thompson, credit to Sears, credit to Ashley Sanchez getting some playing time. So as we mentioned earlier, I
think Ryan too.
Yeah, 100%. Yasmin Ryan, yeah, for sure.
Proved herself. Emily Sams played twice, which is interesting.
Yeah, you're starting to see, it's nice because you're starting to see the second, I don't even call them the second string, because realistically some of these players may be pushing on the periphery. But now the fact that the depth is building, this has got to be something Emma Hayes is super excited about, as are most U.S. women's national team fans.
Yeah, and I also am happy to see, like I said, some people who maybe were bubble players, although obviously Lynn Williams proved herself in the Olympics, but it is also nice to see her continuing to excel. And so that's also something kind of nice where it's not completely fresh blood, new blood.
Yeah, for sure. So Shauna, you mentioned it. We'll next see the women again during the next international break. Some competitive matches, one of course against England. I'm sure we're all excited for that match. And that's the next time we'll see the U.S. women's national team. Shauna, anything more before we finish up here?
Just like go women's soccer, and I hope it keeps growing, and I hope these other teams also get the pay and the respect that they deserve, because I really just want to see everybody developing. And I mean, you can tell how much heart goes into this, and I just think I just want more for these players. So
agree. I think we all want that. So for those of you enjoying these videos, all you U.S. women's national team fans / women's football, soccer fans out there, please subscribe to the channel, and we will catch you next time. We need to say it because of another 3-0 victory by the U.S. women's national team. Go USA, and see you guys next time.